What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. We've got some new breaking news with Terra Classic. Terra Luna Classic Development Group has launched a new LUNC growth funding validator. And I'm going to tell you what this means for Luna Classic and how it could help LUNC continue to push forward. In the middle of this bear market, Luna Classic is one of the assets that's just hanging in there. It's going against the grain right now. It's continued to stay in the green here in the last 24 hours, even amid the entire crypto market pulling back dramatically. Luna Classic continues to be a bright spot right now and a big week ahead here for Luna Classic and all Terra Classic holders. So with that being said, I want to talk about what this new growth funding validator means for LUNC. And let's dive in here. Make sure you hit the like button down below. Subscribe to the channel too, really helps us out. Best way to give back. I'm here every single day for you, so would really appreciate that. And always bringing you up to speed on the latest news and information when it comes to Terra Classic and LUNC. And this is not a hype channel, right? I'm not going to sit here and say Luna Classic to $1. That's not my style. So if you want just factual information, giving you my perspective every single day on the goings on inside the Luna Classic arena, this is the channel for you. So let's dive into this article and talk a little bit about what it means. So in a Sunday tweet, the development team behind Terra Classic revealed that it had partnered with High Stakes Switzerland to actually launch a validator, which in return would help generate funding for Terra Classic development activities. Now, encouraging people to stake with the validator to encourage Terra Classic development, the group wrote the following in this thread. And here's the quote I want to focus on. Our volunteers have self-funded for about 4 months, helping implement governance proposals, developing code, and restoring governance to give LUNC a chance of life. Of course, Terra C Vita helps this by funding those members sustainably, and others. So far, the community has welcomed the news of the launch of this new validator. Everyone agrees that contributors deserve to be rewarded for their efforts. It also provides an incentive to increase developer activity on the network, which, again, that's something we don't talk a ton about. This is still a big ecosystem. Of course, not as big as it once was, but this blockchain can still be utilized in a multitude of ways. That's what I've talked about tremendously, a tremendous amount here on the channel is we need to find more use cases, right? We need to bring people into the ecosystem by, number one, building trust back up with this chain, and number two, providing more long-term use cases on this chain. Now, unlike most blockchains, Terra Classic, currently owned by the community, does not have access to venture capital funding. So, with all that being said, it is a little bit more difficult. Or a cache of reserve tokens for development, right? So, with LUNC being run by its community, a lot of the VC money has gone out the window, right? They've left the project. Eventually, they could come back, but it goes to show you what a community can actually do in driving the narrative and driving a project forward, because they are working, and we're seeing it as a result of the price of Luna Classic. Now we're trying to get a new proposal, which was just voted on. We're trying to get that through to basically have not only the 1.2% tax burn on on-chain transactions, which was the initial proposal, but also to have that same burn tax implemented off-chain, right? With spot and margin trading on these exchanges like Mexi Global, like KuCoin, and maybe even Binance, some of these exchanges who've come forward to help the Luna Classic community move this thing forward. So a lot of things happening. It's a big week for Luna Classic. I'm going to keep you up to speed. Of course, we've got the burn tax news, but we've also got news like this. And all while Luna Classic is up about 15% in the last 24 hours, still up 259% in the last month, 432% in the last 3 months. Right now, we are in that consolidation zone where we've talked about here at the 3-1 level. If we can break out of this, we just need to get to the 3-3 and maintain that. If we can, look out, because Luna Classic could be getting ready to push back up near all-time highs if we can get over that 3-3 hump. So we'll continue to bring you up to speed on it. Thank you all so much for tuning into this channel. Again, subscribe down below. You don't want to miss another video we put out Also, hit that like button on your way out. I think we can get this thing up to 600-700 likes with your help. So thank you so much. Appreciate it. And we'll see you in the next one.